Hey everyone, Daz here, owner of New You Online Coaching, and in this video I want to share with you a conversation that I had today with a former colleague of mine and a friend, Max Green, who is a successful online coach. I'm always excited to talk to other professionals, particularly people who are further along in their journey and are running successful businesses, and Max is doing a great job with his online coaching business. So he was kind enough to share with me some of his lessons that he has learned over the last couple of years of doing it. And he reminded me that the most important thing to do when you are reaching out to your followers and your potential clients is to connect with them and let them know that you understand the challenges and the problems that they have every single day, and that you are in a position that you can help them with those things. So thinking about myself, and I've said this before, that I am the kind of embodiment of our ideal client, or my ideal client, which is a busy working professional who is someone who's let themselves go, get out of shape, and is looking to lose some weight and increase their energy level. And if you were to ask most people what the biggest barrier to achieving those goals when you're a busy working professional and you run a couple of businesses like I do, most people are going to say that it's lack of time. Well, I'm going to challenge that, because I don't think that I truly have any less time to devote 30 or 60 minutes to a workout. I actually think, for me, the biggest barrier is lack of energy. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So obviously, over my career, I've moved from a more active, predominantly coaching-based, gym-based role to more of a management-based, people-orientated, desk-based job. And so the consequence of that is, over these last 2 decades, I've been moving less. And so I get less fit. And what that means is, when you're younger, you have this almost kind of overfilling bucket of unlimitless supply of energy because you're so fit and you're moving around all the time. As you start to move less, that bucket shrinks and shrinks and shrinks until it almost feels like I have this cup of energy. It's a finite amount of energy that I have to use carefully throughout the day to go about the most important tasks. And my ego is aware of this, and this kind of self-preservation mechanism is at play, where your body's saying, you know what, I know you haven't got a lot of energy, so what we're going to do is we're going to rationalize and find all of these excuses to justify why it makes more important sense to spend time on the tasks that you think are important for your business. Now, the ironic thing is, of course, is that the less you move and the less fit you become, the lower amount of energy you have. The only way to get out of that cycle is to bite the bullet and spend time building your fitness, because by doing regular workouts, you will adapt, your body will adapt, and it will create physiological changes in your body that will allow you to tolerate a greater amount of work before you get tired. And in the end, if you persevere with this, you'll actually be able to go about your business with much, much more energy. The challenge, of course, is being able to persuade your ego that this potential anxiety that you're going to have around the fear of losing your energy, and the consequence that your ego is going to think of, this is putting you in danger, you have to overcome that. And that's where an online coach or a trainer can help you, because part of the challenge is overcoming those initial insecurities and fears around getting the work done, and having someone who can make you accountable, and someone who can be on the phone or on the email to make sure that you're getting these things done and setting you appropriate workouts. I think it's really important. So for me, when people say it's a lack of time, I mean, it may be in some cases genuinely, but for most part, I think it's more that we're rationalizing other things that we would rather try and do to avoid the inevitable potential anxiety around having to give up some of our kind of finite amount of energy towards something that just feels like a lot of hard work. But we know that we have to do that process, because once the body is under that exercise stress, it adapts and it enables you to be able to do more work for the same kind of energy. So that's kind of my situation. That's what it feels like to be a busy working professional at 40 years old. And those are the insecurities I have.